focus. Oh my goodness, Dad.
Oh my gosh.
Hi everyone, I'm Craig Steele, orghunt.com publisher and founder, professional hunting guy, professional marketer. I love to hunt. This is season 2 of Hunt for More. It's about providing value and showing you how much effort and work goes into it. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get going.
Okay, we're walking back to the quad. Ian here just shot a lion. Lion took off downhill from us. We think we got a good shot at about 20 yards, but man, it's dark. You can see it's getting dark already. Been working our butts off. 12 stand in 2 days. We passed on a lot of animals for as many stands as we've done, pretty much. Damn, there only had like 3 dry ones. Calling the right terrain and got a little lucky too.
Am I blinking? You're blinking. Ow. We went 25 miles yesterday, Ian. Yeah. Got battery packs, extra chargers.
feel it? It's pretty heavy. 30, 40 pounds? 20, 22-ish. Stopped her with a unnamed coyote sound, and then she held up, and Ian could have shot her, I don't know, for basically all 15 minutes dang near. Again, we're trying to call on a lion. It's all about where you set up and being where they're at and getting in there, slipping in there tight on them. He shot her at 120 yards, and there's a lot of antelope fawns in this area, so that's why we decided to shoot her right at the very end. Ian knows I'm going to give him crap. We shot a fox yesterday. Probably shouldn't have shot, but we've called in 2 coyotes, 2 fox, and 8 stands now. This is our first stand of the second day. We're going to get to Holland Butt, but lion, bobcat stands, you're hiking in a lot further. Takes a lot longer. You're setting a lot longer for reasons. My elegant camo here versus Ian's camo, and I have on the same stuff underneath, but this camo is a little bit overrated. We were sitting right next to each other. This coyote actually seen Ian move just a little bit. The reason camo is overrated is it's movement. They pick up movement. And Ian was just moving to get in his gun, but as long as we sat there, him and Kuyu pattern, me and Carhartt arbor wear pattern, she saw us the same. Hopefully we'll call on a lion. We're not going to shoot things unless they're there at the very end. Probably going to call in some more foxes. So that's it. Some neat footage of her. Some real neat footage.
He was getting my call. Holy shit. Did I hit it? Yeah. Come on. You come reload. Do you see blood? Okay. You hit it. Get your gun up. Let me watch the tape. Seen what happened right there. Ian here just shot a lion.
Did you get the lucky decoy?
Yeah, it's right here. He wasn't even paying attention to the decoy. It's about 5:10. We're backing out because it's getting dark. The lion took off downhill from us. We think we got a good shot at about 20 yards, but man, it's dark. You can see it's getting dark already. But we're gonna back out just to be safe and come back tomorrow. Little blood right there, tracks. We hit this line yesterday. We're not sure if it's high shoulder or neck, but I'm waiting for Ken Upton to get here, but his dogs, but he can't get out here till later, so we're trying to move him off this slow side. It's been a long night, long couple hours. Headed out 6:09, and Ian's not gonna tell a story, so I will. It's bouncy. We don't really care right now. Our feet are wet. We made some phone calls last night. Got my good buddy Ken Upton up here with his dogs, but not till later this afternoon. Till about what, 3 o'clock? 3 o'clock. But we went out to where we shot the lion yesterday. We made it out there a little after 9. We were taking our time. We reviewed the footage about, at least, no lie, 200 times. And the footage doesn't show Ian's perspective. I went and sat in his spot, and he sat in my spot, and we flip-flopped, and Ian actually shot through a little bit of a bush, which I've done before. That wasn't really the biggest problem. The problem is that it looks like the lion was dropping, and probably Ian didn't compensate for that because it happened so quickly, and everything happened so quickly. But anyway, and it looks like he shot the lion high. Maybe through the top of the scapula. We trailed him about 500 yards, wouldn't you say? Maybe 500 yards by track. We started getting blood 80 yards into the trail. We didn't start tracking him until we found out that
Kenny and his dogs weren't going to be able to show up until later. We decided to start tracking him ourselves, and it was pads first, and then drips of blood every 5, 6, 7 yards. Nothing tremendous. Took a while for that blood to drip down from up high. We come the last track and blood drop at about 500 yards. He was heading slightly downhill, and that was probably at about 1:30 when we found that, and it was real rocky and brushy, and got the dogs up there about 3, made a bunch of loops. I made a bunch of loops. There was some snow on some of the north facing slopes. Couldn't find where he crossed in the snow. He was going real tight to the trees, as cats do, but he was going tighter than normal, I think. We didn't get him, so that's what happens. It's hunting. The shot was at 20 yards. You guys seen the footage. Again, that's from my perspective. His perspective was not that. You could not see the lion's chest. You could just see the lion's head. You could see his chest, the neck and chest when he was up, but when he started to drop back down, you could not see it. And at that point in time, there was a rise there, and we didn't know how long we were going to have before the gig was up. He could have came back up again, but he also could have just spun and gone out of sight. So, you know, you could throw that in as just poor call placement as well. So there's a lot of hindsight to this, but that's life.